right, so it's time now for Join Is Interactive, and if Acquiring is back. Okay, what's making you so smart?
You are.
Why?
I won't spill the beans, but let's polish off the news with the interactive segment.
Whatever.
And get your views. And there's only one place to do so right now, right here. Please join us using social media. We're on facebook.com/Joy News on TV, twitter.com/Joy News on TV, and our WhatsApp number is 0560800 000, so 0560800,000. Please add your name and location when sending us a message to our WhatsApp number. Now, today we start with a story of a court ruling. Yes, the case in which pressure group Citizen Ghana won at the High Court over the controversial 3.6 million Ghana city bus branding contract. Citizen Ghana won the ruling, which dictates that the Attorney General and the Transport Ministry give details of how Smarties Limited got the contract to brand the 116 buses, and you've been sharing your views on the ruling.
Actually, it's a win for all Ghanaians, and we thank God it went our way. It's a win for all Ghanaians because this corruption thing has been in the system for a long time, and we need to flush these things out. So it's a very good move by the court, and we thank God for that.
I think it's a good win for all citizens, and that since she is the one who oversaw the whole deal process, Martha Brew, Attorney General, since she oversaw the whole deal process, she must have considered the advantages and everything. So yeah, she should come out to answer how exactly what it really entailed before, because I think exorbitant sums of money like that being used for, simple brandings like this, it's not doesn't make sense.
The fact that Citizen Ghana has won the case is a good thing for the country as a whole, because looking at corruption, a lot of things has gone on. A lot of corruption issues has gone on in the past few months, if not years. So it's a good thing for the country.
Actually, corruption is eating up this country. So I think it's a good step, and it will deter others from involving in corruption. It's a step in the right direction because we have something like checks and balances. So it will keep other people also in authorities to bring them to sit to do their work well.
I think basically our leadership hasn't been good enough, but I'd like to thank Citizen Ghana for the effort they made, because as citizens we should be serious in whatever affairs the government or the leadership of the country goes into, because we use taxpayers' money to handle these services, and we must get value for our money. So I think Citizen Ghana was right in doing this. So the Attorney General should do her best to bring out the reports we deserve, so we can know the conditions behind the contract that was given.
All right, and we head straight to your Facebook comments, and Israel is ready to read them.
All right, so Nantoma says it's only in the NDC administration led by President Mahama that Parazone is used to sterilize instruments before carrying out a surgical procedure, and the laboratory at Tamale Teaching Hospital has been privatized just because governments cannot afford to keep and the lab, Asum says, these NDC guys have been joking with our emotions for far too long. If you can brand cars for a good 3.6 million CDs, fire burn, and he lists people he thinks fire should burn them. Shipman says, how many court orders have been disobeyed in Ghana, and what is the guarantee that this time this directive will be enforced? And he says, hashtag Yatiabre. Prince Nuruddin says, in fact, the NDC government is taking Ghanaians for granted. No employment for graduate nurses and graduate students from School of Hygiene. No allowances for trainee nurses and teachers. Unpaid salaries of some qualified teachers. And yet NDC government can misuse taxpayers' money for mere rebranding of buses. They must go come November 7. Hashtag inshallah. And Kojo Dazi says, thank God for such a ruling. Now we wait to see.
All right, on WhatsApp, Lottie Jones in Tema says there are certain things you can describe as a mistake, but with the bus rebranding, it's daylight robbery, whereby any serious Ghanaian will do anything within his power to make sure that the culprits are prosecuted. I just don't understand the kind of country we are trying to build. Everything has been politicized. The citizens have been brainwashed to the extent that if someone misuses taxpayers' money and the person belongs to my party, then I don't need to speak against it. What kind of nonsense is that? And this one is from Lottie Jones, watching the show in Tema. Congratulations to Citizen Ghana. We are behind you. You didn't add your name or location. This one says, why the rebranding at all? The leadership in Ghana is very bad. Well done, Citizen Ghana. No employment. Work without salary. Ghana. This one is from Martina. This one says, it is good news for Ghanaians. It is our money, and we need to know how the contract was executed. We want value for our money. You also did not add your name or location to your message. And then this one says, good for Ghana on Smarty, and that's from FBB. This thing says, I think the media has helped. Such a good move by this group. You, the media, are the mouthpiece of Mother Ghana. And this one says, this bus rebranding is a perfect example and wanting dissipation of our scarce resource capriciously. Okay, still no name and location. Please add your name and location. This one says, let's see what happens next, and it's from Daniel Akofo Japia. And Israel, what happens next?
What happens next? Okay, so Citizen Ghana, we're told, has to come up with 1,000 Ghana cedis, pay the 1,000 Ghana cedis to the Attorney General, and the Attorney General, so the Attorney General will release the information.
Wow. All
so
right.
It comes at a cost too.
It comes at a cost. Any tweets on this?
Anything on...
Any tweets on this?
Any tweet? No, we don't have any tweets on this particular one. They're talking a lot more about the EC and the
logo, which is our next issue. So let's talk about that. The Electoral Commission, and the Commission revealed its new logo earlier today, and that has been trending.
Tell me, what do you see on the phone?
I see two different logos.
Okay.
All for Electoral Commission of Ghana.
Okay.
And I think one at the left, one at the right.
Okay.
But they are quite different.
Okay.
The emblem in the logo, the idea it portrays. I think the first logo shows more an emblem of a Ghanaian identity, the coat of arms. And you know, EC is not a private company, in my point of view. It's a state institution. So I believe the logo should reflect more a state thing than something that is not even related to the state. Well, if they can come out and tell us why the new logo and what it means, fine. But until then, I think it doesn't reflect the state.
I actually think Ghana should maintain the old one as compared to the new one, because the old one actually depicts more about our culture, but the new one actually doesn't talk about Ghana in a whole. So I actually think Ghana should maintain the old one as compared to the new one.
Okay, so I think the old logo is better than the new one because the old one is preferably good. We have our national emblem, it's much more Ghanaian, and even there are symbols that shows a voting, so it depicts that this is a voting body or entity. But the other one, there is nothing to show for that. It looks foreign. It doesn't even look African. I was even thinking it's related to the European Union or something, and somehow cultish.
Actually, I think, let's say someone new comes into our country and tries to read our history. Depending on that, he's going to see some things which are like the star, freedom and justice. But on the new one, we have just some random colors and stuff. Yeah, like the Ghanaian red, gold, green colors on it. But the old logo, I think it gives, let's say, anyone who doesn't know anything about Ghana a fair idea about what the EC is into. Yeah. So I think.
So do you think we should maintain the old one?
So I think we should maintain the old one.
Yeah, I also think they should maintain the old one, because looking at the new one, there's nothing that shows that it's a Ghanaian, that locates it to our country, Ghana. So I think they should maintain the old one, because the old one obviously have the black star in it, which you already know, the 2 eagles, the coat of arms.
Well, your messages coming through on WhatsApp are quite interesting, but we'll start on Facebook. And for our viewers at home who haven't seen the logo, Israel.
Let's get to see the logo first. So these are the 2 logos. This is the original one, and this is the logo we're all used to. And then this is the new one. I don't quite get what is.
Is that
what
someone we spoke to says it looks cultish?
Yeah, it looks. But I don't quite get it exactly what the Electoral Commission or what the logo is supposed to speak to or signify.
All I know is our colors are in there.
All right, so let's get to the comments. So Chief Dean says, "Well, I see. You have been asked to come clear on your stand on how you intend to clean the register. If you really didn't recommend, opposition is claiming, but you wouldn't answer that and rather see a new logo more important than that. Oh, Ghana, when?" John says, "As an unpublished authority in graphic communications designing and also corporate identity design and development, I prefer the old logo. Which of the 2 logos communicates effectively the general public as a seal or corporate identity belonging to the election governing body? What is the philosophy behind the choice of the elements of design used in the new logo? What the symbolic meaning of colors? Which of the 2 logos is more Ghanaian in terms of all the elements used? If the EC wants something more abstract, she should have made it an open competition and selection board to help them have a better choice. You don't have your corporate identity so simple for fraudulent ones to duplicate it for deceptive purposes." Schiffman says, "Oh, so Charlotte said it takes light in changing logos than to change our ECOWAS voters register. No peace for evil seekers." Osman says, "Why the rush to change a logo in an election year?" Mohammed says the EC boss is free to do whatever that would fit the November election, so ideas and new developments as far as EC of Ghana is concerned are highly welcome. As Samuel Watson says, "No more integrity, no more transparency, no more fairness." And indeed, it's true. Their credibility is totally lost. And he says, "Shame on them." Nana Amma says, "Hope this Matemiho people will not demonstrate on this new logo." MPP, the Matemiho party.
Okay.
Abdul Nasser says, "What a wow. The propaganda party NDC is now the EC to the 2016 election." Abba, shame on the EC boss. Declare says, "Please, we need our local logo. Please, that one does not bring the image of Ghana."
All
There's
right.
been some tweets too. I quickly want to take the round logo. Shipman says the round logo was designed with full NDC colors, and it shows how the EC boss loves a party. Seriously? I don't see that. Oh, Shipman. And then Mama Must Go says, "Why should the EC change the logo and the new colors are totally NDC colors?" Oh, that's the second person saying it's NDC colors. This EC needs prayers. Let's change of logo. And Shiftman says,
"We've read Shiftman already."
Indeed, we have.
Okay, let's go on to WhatsApp. BG says, "This EC thinks we are fools. She must resign. Logo carrying NDC colors. Obinim is watching." Hey, okay. This one says, "To me, the arrows on the new logo symbolizes fight. So we should stick to the old logo." Okay, this one is from Ishak in Kintampo. Let's see what else you're saying. And this one says, wow, lots of comments coming through about this. Junior Loves Camry in Accra says, new king, new law, new Charlotte, new emblem, everything new and new. This one is from Junior Loves Camry. And this one says, ooh, I can't even catch the WhatsApp messages. A lot of people commenting on this one. And okay, this comment has nothing to do with what we are talking about. I'll find one more comment before we move on. Fifi in Odoko Official Town says, the new emblem is a number of people who have raised their hands. The old one is the best. Okay. So a lot of people thinking we should stick to the old logo. Asia,
one tweet just came through, and Nee says, someone should find out whether this logo was also sole source, like a rebranding thing.
All right, after the break, we talk about occultism. Please stay with us. Thanks for staying with us on the interactive segment of the news. Now, earlier this week, social media was buzzing with a story from the central region, Israel, right? This story about 22 girls, students of the Wesley Girls Senior High School being nabbed for engaging in occultism.
So the school has come out to say that indeed there's nothing like that happened in the school.
But they were caught with a book, actually, that hasn't been sanctioned by the education service. It's called the Ministry of Angels and How to Activate Them, and the ministry wants the book out of the system. However, the GES has said that occultism is in fact on the rise in senior high schools and has put the blame on parents. Do you agree?
Yeah, I think parenting is the cause because it depends on what the child sees at home. I see my mom worshipping idols. I see my mom worshipping tradition, like she's worshipping traditionalists the way they worship there. So definitely what I see my mom is doing or what I see my siblings are doing, that's what I'll try to involve myself into it. Unless I take a decision on my own. But if I don't take a decision on my own and I think what my parents are doing or what my siblings are doing is the best thing to do, why won't I be into that?
Part might come from the parents, part might come from the student, and then part from the administrators of the school. Little supervision from the house, little supervision at the school, and then individually, the children, you see, they are vulnerable. So it's likely that you can place the blame on all of us. We have not done well as parents, as students, as authorities. I think that the solution to this problem should be, if it's a mission school, the ministers should be in there. The chaplain should be there, should be seen in the lives of the children to making part in their lives.
BG says this is normal. It happens when a nation has corrupt leaders. Kids will charm money to pay their school fees. And he says now hashtag Mahama must go. That's from BG in Kaswa. Lots of comments on this as well on Facebook. Do you believe parents are to blame? I mean, that first person said, well, if the child sees her mom worshipping idols at home, but what if the person's parents is a staunch Christian? Then what?
Mo Green said, what is this? What happened to freedom of worship? So GES is now going to determine what religion people practice. If someone wants to practice their cult, let them be. Mama Bakojo says whether submarines, FBI, CIA, the SEALs, BNIF, Fire Service, Ghana Army, Ambulance Service, Ghana Police or whatever, boys will still get shin guard. Apo. What does that have to do with? Okay. So Mark Abel says Satan is winning the heart of the youth. The influx of secular music and desire to be successful within a blink of an eye, making the youth crave for occult practices. So those are just a few of the comments that have come through. But there's Nambe Patrick just sent a tweet through, says a new EC logo makes sense. It symbolizes power, peace, unity, and democracy.
Nambe knows something we don't.
Probably.
Anyway, it's time for me to get out of here. Thank you so much for watching and sending your comments through. We appreciate them. My name is Efo Akwa Harrison. Have a good evening.